I want to do a roll right away. Whoa! This is amazing. Mach 3 RC, and today we have converted the EC 1500 to the FPV 1500. We took this canopy, we transformed it, but I wanted to make it so I could remove this canopy, put a new one on, and be line of sight. So it's a really nifty setup. I'm not a huge DIY guy. I love doing DIY. I'm just not that good at it. But the Caddx FPV kit that we got going on made it super simple, which is why I was so excited to work with them. They're trying to make FPV simple for like getting into crawlers and getting into planes, and they're like, yo, let's do this. So I was like, I'll give her a go, and I think we got her figured out. So if you guys are interested in any of the stuff from today and you want to try building your own FPV setup, in the description down below you'll find links to everything you need. Huge shout out to Caddx FPV. I think they did a great job with this. I'm really excited to get it in the air. It's actually the second time we're getting in the air because I had a bad memory card and didn't get the flight footage from before. So I know it works and I'm excited to do it. Let me show you guys what this setup looks like. So coming in, you can see I modified the canopy a little bit here. I put 2 holes for the antennas so they can get good reception. And then the EC 1500 was the perfect candidate for this because it has a spot for an FPV camera in the canopy, which was awesome. Also, it has a huge canopy. There's so much room to work with. So coming in here, completely removable. You have your VTX here. I 3D printed a plate that I screwed the VTX to, and then I glued that plate in here. We have our power cable that hooks up to its own separate battery. We'll be using a 4S 1300 to power the VTX. I have a fan that I added myself. This didn't come with the kit, but I was nervous. A lot of these guys mount the VTXs on the outside of the plane. However, I think it looks a little ugly. So this fan just helps it stay cool, especially while it's on the ground and we're taxiing and stuff like that. Tries to blow some of that heat around. But there is an air vent here where the air can go through, and I'm hoping while it flies, that's enough to kind of keep this thing cool as well. And that's it. We plug our fan into the receiver, and I have a little connection right here that makes it easy to unplug and plug in. We have our battery, and that's it. So this is the Walksnail Moonlight. And then we have the Walksnail digital goggles. They look beautiful. This isn't an analog setup, it's fully digital. So reception is amazing and the quality is awesome. You guys are gonna be stoked when we get this in the air, just bear with me. Then we're gonna be running on the EC 1500 itself, the G2 battery. It's a 4S 2900. I've really been liking the G2 stuff. I think you guys have heard me talk about it now probably in a couple of videos. But the ease of use for these has been so awesome and it's addicting. So if you're like me and you're a little hesitant about jumping over to a G2, I could say I think it's worth it at this point. I've tried it enough and I really like it. Charging, storage charge, discharge, all of that stuff is made so simple. But let's get this stuff hooked up in here and I'll show you what it looks like in a second. All right, so let's see what hookup looks like. We plug in our EC 1500 like normal. I got my transmitter on. And then what we will do is we'll plug our fan in. Like I said, I just used one of the open spots on my EC 1500 because it came with a beefy receiver in it. So now our fan kicks on right away, has power, it's blowing air around. And then the last thing to plug in is our VTX, which just plugs in like this to our separate battery. Okay, our light's on, so that's good. And we can put our canopy on like that. And then finally, we'll power up our goggles. Now the goggles do take their own little 4S pack. I just throw it in my pocket while I'm flying. So we go like that and our goggles will power up, carry this out to the field, and we'll try, I think, taking off and landing FPV. Okay, we're all good. Let's taxi out, get her in the air. The goggles look beautiful, except they do fit a little tight on my big old head. Taxi the EC 1500 out. It's looking great. Let's take her up. Oh yeah! I did take off and safe, full disclosure. Now running the 2 batteries in there, I know you might think it's kind of weird. It helped my CG out tremendously in this. So I'm gonna go a little higher and then there, we took it out of safe. I don't know if I need to trim it all, but we'll get a feel for it right now. This is so cool. I wanna do a roll right away. Whoa! This is amazing. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. So yesterday when I flew and my card corrupted, I don't know what happened, but my receiver like reset and I was stuck in safe. So I wasn't actually able to fly in like just AS3X. Look at our field, look at the swamp, but it's my swamp. I love our field and all of its own little imperfections. You can see us standing there. Wow, this is so cool, guys. So much easier to keep orientation. All right, I want to take her up. I'm going to try a loop. How do we keep flying planes and doing stuff, and every time it's like, now this is the coolest thing I've ever done. This is amazing. And guys, if a guy like me can do this, I promise that you can too. Doing a flyby here. Take her up, look at that beautiful sky. Bringing her down. Let's do another roll. Whoa! I'm gonna throw up. I'm just kidding. This is amazing, and the quality, the signal is perfect. Another reason I chose the EC1500 for this is because it has safe built in. So like, let's say something were to die or disconnect or whatever, I can just hit safe, get line of sight figured out, and bring her back home. But this looks beautiful. I'm so impressed by the quality. And I have a short video of how I put this together if you're interested. Look at all the trees, the woods over here. So cool. Kick up the speed a little bit. Gosh, I love the EC1500. It was such a good plane for this. Did a loop there. Wow, this is so cool. I love this. Now landing will be a little bit tricky when we get to that stage because obviously the depth of field, and it's kind of hard to tell where your speed's at. Now guys, I would love to get a more in-depth build. Let me know if you guys like this, and maybe we can try like a head tracking build, or I know you can also get information on the OSD, so you can see your speed, your altitude, all that kinds of stuff. However, I'm just a noob to this. I don't fully know what I'm doing yet, but this Walksnail kit from Caddx FPV made it so dang simple. Let's do a little bit of a low flyby, and then I think we'll bring her in for a landing. I just want to get a feel for what this is going to look like. Wind is knocking me around just a little bit, but not too bad. EC1500 is a great flying plane, so we're going to go on this edge of the field and we're going to get ready for our approach. Try to slow her down a little bit, but not too slow. Coming around, we're going to go to the edge here, start our turn, integrate some rudder, see if we can get a nice smooth looking one. Cut throttle a little bit, start bringing her down. Try to float her in. Hopefully the wind don't knock us around too much. Ooh, little bouncy, but we're down. We're down, baby. Taxi it on over. EC1500's a tank. This is kind of sick just driving on the ground. Come on over, puppy. Woo! Let me hit stop record. Look at, it's beautiful. It's perfect. Guys, and if we want to do line of sight, all we do is take off the canopy and put on our different canopy and we're good to go. Or I guess you could keep this one on. Let's check our VTX. Yeah, it's warm. It's definitely warm, but we didn't overheat, which is the good part. So let me get this all unplugged. This was so dang cool. If you have never tried FPV flying or in a plane or in a drone, anything like that, please trust me, you can do it. It's simpler than what you think. This, just some hot glue, maybe a little bit of Velcro. It was simple. Don't overthink it, and this kit makes it easy. So again, huge shout out to Caddx FPV. Check out the description down below for everything needed to make this flight happen. You can do it at home. If I can do it, I swear on my life that you can do it too. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is an absolute blast. Subscribe, like, comment. That stuff helps get the video out there, and I appreciate it so much. And we'll see you on the next flight.